The eggs explode? The eggs explode!
That's right, the How to Train Your Dragon franchise is truly a masterpiece in storytelling. No elements ever get forgotten, and the whole thing is rife with symbols that come back again and again. On top of that, we got some incredibly well thought out cameos and references from Star Wars to Madagascar. Number 1. With Maverick just coming out of theaters, we thought we'd start here. Top Gun and How to Train Your Dragon have so much in common, but did you know there's a direct reference to Top Gun in the Dragon universe? When the dragons fly by at the end of the first movie, a Viking spills his drink. This is a reference to the buzzing the tower scene from Top Gun.
Goddamn son of a...
Number 2. The world's favorite fantasy actor. Having Kit Harrington join the cast as the role of Eret, son of Eret, is just great fun.
I am Eret, son of Eret.
He was in the middle of shooting Game of Thrones, and we bet marketing thought, due to the similar themes, they just had to have the Brit. And it gets better. When Astrid says,
Never take a toy from a dragon. Don't you know anything?
well, that sounds like an echo of Ygritte's line in Game of Thrones, where she tells Jon Snow,
You know nothing, Jon Snow.
The references don't stop there either. In the TV show, Dagger has a throne made of swords, which is obviously another direct reference to GOT. Number 3. This is not exactly the cameo you'd expect. Gloria, the hippo from Madagascar, has become dinner for the Red Death. This was confirmed in the commentary that accompanied the movie. Number 4. We bet you weren't expecting this, huh? If you're feeling a bit of deja vu, Dean DeBlois admitted he based Hiccup's character arc on Star Wars Episode 5, The Empire Strikes Back. And the third movie, of course, took inspiration from The Return of the Jedi. Drago's design was loosely inspired by the evil Lord Palpatine. Number 5. The internet still ponders over Gobber's lines about trolls stealing your left socks.
Trolls exist. They steal your socks, but only the left ones.
There are so many similarities in Trollhunters and How to Train Your Dragon that some fans believe that the two exist in the same universe. While others are quick to shut down this theory, just look at the Trollhunter market. Trollhunters, coming out slightly later than How to Train Your Dragon, managed to slip in more references than vice versa. Number 6. A perfectly perfect idea for an homage. As Toothless fights the Alpha, you may recognize that roar. It was ripped right off of Godzilla. Number 7. Light Furies are much easier to spot. While Night Furies are confirmed to be all but extinct other than Toothless, there are lots of Light Furies in the hidden world. You can spot 2 of them here. Number 8. Dragons are only bad if people make them bad. Except the Red Death. That dude was bad. The Bewilderbeast that Drago was manipulating in the second movie made it to the hidden world. He can be seen right beside the Light Furies in the background. This is a beautiful little moment because it shows the writers don't forget a thing. Every dragon is important. Hiccup's mom Velka said, good dragons under the control of bad people do bad things. But give them some time, and with the right leaders, they can be accepted back into the community. Number 9. Is repetition clever or lazy? Because Dean DeBlois sure loves it.
Turns out all we needed was a little more of this.
You just gestured all of me.
This line was referenced twice.
You need to stop all this.
But you just pointed to all of me.
Yes.
Now he's exactly what Burke needs. Wholesome.
We call it the...
Light Fury! Get down!
Now Toothless isn't out to attack, just to play, but the line remains the same.
Light Fury! Get down!
When Stoic is sat before a lifeless-seeming Hiccup in the first movie, he says the line,
I did this.
This line is echoing Hiccup, who says it about capturing Toothless at the beginning.
I did this. Just let me show you.
No, let me show you.
This interaction between Hiccup happened once before with Astrid,
Just let me show you.
and it would have been much more effective if the plot they had to bring Drago back and give him the chance to redeem himself had have been followed through on. Number 10. Toothless had the option to be independent and didn't take it. A small discussion between Hiccup and Astrid in Hidden World is a nod to superfans who've seen all of the TV shows and shorts. This bit was in the holiday short, Gift of the Night Fury. When Hiccup makes Toothless a tail that he can use to fly himself, that may come a bit quick in the movie, but those who saw Snoggletog will remember Hiccup gave Toothless a working tail, and Toothless refused it in favor of his bond with Hiccup, and Astrid references this.
You tried this once before. He didn't want it.
Number 11. The face touch is pretty iconic. The movies are filled with little symbols harkening back to the first film. That hand-to-hand face touch is just so important to the storytelling and the developed bond of the characters that when it comes back in the third movie as a moment to say goodbye, it got us bawling. Number 12. Toothless developed drawing skills overnight. He could become an animator. The scene of Toothless drawing the Light Fury definitely brings to mind the first movie, when Toothless does the same with Hiccup. But the symbolism of the moment really evolved. In the first movie, it's about the lines that divide humans and dragons. But could that have been reversed? Now the problem is, Toothless has become too domesticated and never got to learn from others of his kind, for extinction reasons, just how to flirt with a lady dragon. Number 13. How do they keep track of all these tiny little props? The little stuffed dragon in Hiccup's baby cradle in the second movie has made an appearance once before in a touching scene from Riders of Berk. The episode is called Breakneck Bog, where Hiccup learns about the fate of his mother and how the toy was a gift from her. Number 14. A fourth movie is out of the question, but is it too late for a buddy comedy starring Stitch and Toothless?
How?
If you thought Toothless and Stitch looked similar, well, that's because they share a director, and it was intentional. Lilo and Stitch was a huge success. Why wouldn't you do what works? Two stories of social outcasts meeting mysterious creatures. Both creatures resemble house pets too. But that's still not all. Remember, Stitch can't swim, and David has to save his life. There's more overlap to Disney and Dreamworks than they'd care to admit. Number 15. An homage to Luna. So, the books play out way differently than the movies, that's for sure. In the books, Toothless has a crush on our favorite natter, Stormfly, and ultimately, they become a pair. The Light Fury in the movie never existed in the books. Well, technically. There's a white dragon that's of a similar species to Toothless named Luna, that we imagine inspired the Light Fury. Number 16. We're leaving Berk to go back to the future for a second. In the montage where Hiccup is making Toothless a new tail, if you look past it to his drawings on the wall, you can see a flux capacitor. Number 17. In summary, war is dangerous. In the second movie, the dragon loses a tusk, just like the lead character is missing his arm. While symbolic of the inability to fight, it is also a direct parallel to Hiccup and his leg, and Toothless and his tail. Number 18. Not only are wet dragons useless, they also smell. Gobber says that a wet dragon can't light its fire.
Now, a wet dragon head can't light its fire.
While it might just sound like a wee little throwaway lesson, this is why Toothless can't immediately shoot at the Red Death after being rescued from the water. Number 19. Hiccup only got street cred after taking down a dragon. Chew on that logic. Hiccup, despite being the talk of the town for never having to be the end of a dragon, he's the only one in the movie seen to actually deal the final blow. Every dragon is redeemable, except one apparently. Number 20. Do you think Nightlights and Dronkeys would have been friends? The Dragons Rise of Berk video game is the only other thing to feature characters from another Dreamworks universe. Of all the intellectual properties it could have been, it's Shrek.
Oh, you were expecting Prince Charming.
Dragon and her baby Dronkeys are playable characters. Shrek is canon now, guys. Imagine the possibilities. Number 21. The Doctor's in the house. David Tennant, who recorded the original audiobooks, made an appearance as Snotlout's dad, Spitelout. Oi, oi, oi! Number 22. And now, for the perfect album. From parallel lines to visuals to music? No, their music budget wasn't slashed for the third film. The creatives felt they didn't need it. All of the music at the end was straight out of the first movie. The song, First Flight, plays, and it brings up a feeling of not only nostalgia, but loss upon rehearing it. A perfect soundtrack. Number 23. Where are the lefties at? Sound off in the comments. Hiccup is left-handed. You can see it when he's writing in his notebook. This is just another subtle way that shows he's a creative type, an outcast from everyone else. Number 24. But the ultimate prize is the dragon no one's ever seen. Did you spot Toothless in the opening when he flew through the Dreamworks logo? Number 25. We didn't know the thing was this old. In the TV show, upon finding a document, Snotlout says,
Ooh, what's this? Looks important.
it is indeed. It's part of the Gettysburg Address. Gobber blows his nose in it, though. How to Train Your Dragon was a lot more subtle in its references than any Disney movie ever was. But hey, they gave us just enough to keep our eyes peeled. Are you still heartbroken over how the series ended? Or has Dragons: The Nine Realms brought you better closure? Let us know in the comments, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more awesome animated content.